All right, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? welcome to the stream. hello. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to my first of two gameplay streams today. It should be a pretty fun day. A good variety of stuff today for sure. Although everything I'm doing today, quite frankly, is going to be rage-inducing. That's right. What a day today will be. There shall certainly be much rage over the stuff that I'm playing today, for sure. But I hope that that's okay with you. And I hope that you guys are here for some fun and to hang out with me today. First of all, it's much cooler today in Washington State. The sun is not out. The sun is a cloudy day, which is typical for our winter here, that we have clouds all the time and a little bit of rain. This is a good thing, because this whole last week we've had sun. And every day my office here has been very, very stuffy. Very, very hot. And had to have the fan blasting to get air circulation to cool down. And I don't even need that today because it's a lot cooler. Probably like 10 degrees cooler, if not even more. Just because the sun isn't out today. So that's a good thing. So, what are we doing today, guys? Let's talk. Two rage-inducing games. First of all, we start off with Donkey Kong 64, the viewer's choice playthrough. All right, now, it's even silly that I have to do this, but I guess I should bring this up because lately I've been getting some criticism about this game. As you know, I don't really like this game, even though there are moments when I do enjoy it, and I find that there are things that I do like about it. I definitely think this game is outdated. I think that the game, sadly, even by the standards of the games that were out at the same time when this game came out, it's not very good. I think that Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie definitely are better games than this game, okay? That being said, I persevere and I keep playing it. But I rage a lot. And some people have asked, why am I still playing this game? Shouldn't you just focus in on games that you like on your streams rather than playing a game you don't like? Okay? The answer is very simple. This is a viewer's choice event game. This was something that, because we hit a subscriber goal a couple months ago, you guys nominated and then voted on games for me to play for viewer's choice. And this is the game that came out the winner. All right? This wasn't my choice to play the game, and I've committed to finishing the game because of that. That's the whole idea of viewer's choice. If I did this whole event and then after playing it a few times said, wow, I don't like this game, and I just dropped it, then what was the point of me doing the whole event? And that would be kind of dishonest to my viewers, who I committed that if they supported me in a certain way, I would play a certain game, right? So that'd be pretty messed up if I did that, and I'm not going to do that. So that's why. But see, it's funny because even as early as this morning on Twitter, I got people saying, well, if you don't like games, you should stop playing them. And it's like, how do you not understand this? That this is the point, that I didn't pick the game. I'm not choosing to continue the game. It's a game that I must continue because I committed to playing it, right? So I'm working my butt off here. I'm working my butt off to finish the game. The good news is, today, we are going to do a little bit of searching around and backtracking, because I know there's a banana or two I can now go back and get. And I know that there's some hidden stuff in the open world area, the hub area of the world as well. But today we're starting up World 7. World 7 is the final official world in Donkey Kong 64, okay? That's good. That's a great thing. So that means we'll finally start to do the final challenges, the final things, and probably, I would estimate, I could be wrong here, but probably one more session of Donkey Kong 64 after today, and we will wrap up the game. Okay, that's my guesstimate. I don't know because I've never played the game before. I also don't know how tough this final world is that we're about to tackle. Okay? So, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see how it goes today. All right? Let's see how this goes. And let's have some fun with it. I will suffer through it for the viewers, who chose for me to play this. Okay? So 4 more hours. Let's see how it goes. Later tonight, It's the continuation of Doom 2. And at this point, I believe I'm on like stage 21 or 22 of 30, okay? Those who have not tuned into this playthrough, you've been missing out. Man, is it different than modern games. Holy shit, is it different than modern games. You know, no holds barred, no hand holding. This game is tough, dude. This is, 90s classic stuff. The game is ridiculously difficult with crazy enemy gauntlets. And it's just getting crazier and crazier the more that I play. Like, seriously, the more that I play this game, it's getting more and more insane. And I'm barely surviving by, like, the skin of my teeth at this point. Okay? But I am surviving and I am persevering. So, this will be fun. 2 hours of Doom 2 fun tonight. On the late stream, that's at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Hoping to finish that up in time for Doom Eternal, which comes out the 3rd week of March. We're getting there, okay? Good stuff. Am I sick or something? No, this morning I woke up with a stupid post-nasal drip being annoying. My sinuses are swollen. And when my sinuses get swollen, the post-nasal drip gets bad. And it's really annoying because it makes me kind of, I have to clear my throat a lot and clear my sinuses a lot. Typically what happens is this clears up over the course of the stream. Usually by the end of pre-stream, it's a little bit better. And then as I play games, it'll clear up a little bit. It's just something annoying that happens to me a lot when I sleep. All right, so sorry about that. It's a physical ailment of mine. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, guys. Now, tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day. It's a very special marathon event, everybody. I hope you'll join me if you can. As tomorrow, we're doing a special retrospective marathon. All right? The stream itself will start around the usual time. However, the content of the stream will be very different from what we usually do. Instead of doing new game playthroughs, it's going to be reminiscing. We're going to be going back in time. We're going to be looking at stuff that I've done from the past. Okay? Stuff that you guys nominated to see me watch back from the past. Stuff that I haven't seen in years and years. And in a lot of cases, stuff that I've never watched back at all. As a content creator on the internet, I always strive to put out as much content and quality content as I could. Every day I was filming something new. I was streaming something new. And because of that, there's so much stuff on the internet that I put out there that I never went back and watched again. All right? Now, you guys have been doing a tremendously good job of nominating stuff for us to watch back on this retrospective tomorrow. Okay? So please, it's your last chance. If you want to get your nominations in, if you have funny moments or things that you want me to watch back tomorrow on this marathon stream, it's your last chance to nominate it. Excuse me. Here's what you need to do. You can either type ! retrospective into the stream chat, or if you just wait every 20 minutes or so, the link will pop up where you can nominate these things for yourself, okay? Please do. Please head over to my forums and do nominate things for this event. It'll just make the event better the more stuff that's nominated. So last night, after my Street Fighter stream wrapped up, I sat down for about an hour and I went through all of your nominations so far. Admittedly, some of them weren't so great, but some of them seem like they're going to be pretty funny and entertaining. Good variety of stuff in there. There's vlogs. There's a lot of gameplay. There's all kinds of fun stuff. For the first time, I'm not going to give a shit about music copyright. There's actually been a few times that certain things have been nominated for the retrospectives. And I kind of negated them and said, no, we're not doing that because if I put that up on YouTube, that video might get muted or that video might get claimed. I don't really give a shit anymore. Just being honest here, YouTube has fallen apart at the cracks and the seams so badly in the past few years that I make so little on YouTube ad revenue that I really just don't give a hot damn about getting a video claimed anymore. The truth of the matter is I get so many videos claimed on a regular basis that it's one of the reasons why YouTube revenue has gone down so badly. Perfect example, yesterday I finished up Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's story, and the big conclusion video that most people will probably watch got claimed because it had music in it from the anime. And it's like, why do I care anymore, right? So there's actually been a couple things that people have wanted me to do on these retrospectives over the years that I haven't done yet, and we're going to be watching those back tomorrow. Okay? Good stuff. So hopefully it'll be a great event. It's going to be going all day. The stream will start the usual time. And what we'll do is we're going to watch it in segments. I'll be taking breaks probably every hour to hour and a half or so, you know, because this is going to be a situation where I'm sitting in front of my PC to watch back this stuff. Quite frankly, number one, it's not very comfortable sitting over there, being honest. And number two, you know, it's not gameplay. It's going to be a very different setup. I have to move everything over there, the camera and everything, and get everything situated in a different position, which is a little bit different than usual. So it'll be a little bit of extra work, but it'll be worth it. These events, I'm telling you guys, they're great. If you haven't seen a retrospective event yet, you're really missing out. I've done probably at this point maybe like 4 of them, I would want to say. They've been super fun, okay? So I hope you will join me tomorrow for the retrospective event. It should be a great event. Come on by, hang out. If you want to be supportive, please do. I need support this month, as you guys know. We'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But it certainly would be a good opportunity to do that, since a lot of people will be coming by with positive vibes just to hang out and reminisce on the past, okay? So no gameplay tomorrow. We're not going to be doing any new gameplay, but definitely it'll be a fun stream regardless, all right? Then, on Monday, we resume regular gameplay. It's going to be the continuation of Mass Effect 2, and last time around, we advanced, we recruited a few party members, and then got to the first major milestone of the plot, and that's where we are right now. So that's a lot of fun, and we're going to continue on with that. Probably get more party members, maybe do a DLC. You know, we have all the DLCs that are now included in the game. Maybe, you know, right now we're about 12 hours in. Maybe after this story mission, maybe get another recruit and then maybe go do a DLC or something. I don't know. We'll see what we do on Monday, okay? And then Monday night, no, Welcome to the Strap City is not too late to submit videos for the retrospective event. You have tonight to do so, okay? And I'll still be reviewing those tonight. Then on Monday night, my weekly Minecraft chill stream, I've actually spoken with Papa Vera about what we should do this week, and it looks like this week we are going to begin building the mob grinder. I've been gathering resources for it and the like, but it looks like this week I'll actually begin some work on building it. After I gather a few more resources, I think I was working on wood, so I'll probably chop down a few more trees, but once that's done, then we're going to start working on the mob grinder. Okay? So that'll be fun, and we'll have a lot of fun, as usual, with chill Minecraft stuff, so that's on Monday night. Tuesday, I'm off. Okay? That's my day off from streaming to do personal stuff. Wednesday, I'm back. And Wednesday, we're going to be doing a post-game stream of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. You might be saying, what does that mean? Well, we beat the story, finally, yesterday. It was pretty good. It was epic. I actually went almost a half an hour overtime to do it. But the game opened up a ton of extra content after I beat the story. There's now like 7 or 8 side missions that are available. New enemies are available. Challenges, you know, all kinds of interesting stuff. So what I'd like to do on Monday is focus in on that content and just see what was made available after beating the game. It'll be a very chill stream because there will be no pressure to complete anything because the story's done. It's essentially 100% optional stuff just to have a relaxing stream and a send-off to this first new release of 2020 that I checked out, and saying goodbye to Dragon Ball for a while, because potentially we probably won't see another Dragon Ball game for a long time when you really think about it. So, except for DLC, of course. There's supposed to be DLC coming out later this year, and we'll see what happens with that. But I definitely want to give it like one more session because it's been a fun game, okay? So, that's Wednesday's main stream, Wednesday night. Pokemon Sword. I only have 17 Pokemon left to catch to fill the Pokedex, okay? We're well on our way. There's actually a few Pokemon that specifically I need to catch in certain climate conditions. And so, more than likely, we're going to be doing some manipulation of the time and date mechanics of the Switch in order to make those weather conditions actually happen, or else I don't see how the hell we're ever going to catch those Pokemon. But we're going to probably make significant progress, and more than likely within another couple sessions of Pokemon Sword, we are going to have caught every Pokemon in the Pokedex, which means we're then going to give Pokemon a break until the DLC releases later this year, which I believe is supposed to be in June is the first one. So there you go. That's going to be Wednesday night. Thursday, we're going to swing back to Donkey Kong 64 and maybe, potentially, that would be the conclusion of Donkey Kong 64. I don't know if it will be. I certainly would like it to be. So that way we don't have to keep having this game hound us forever. Seriously, I want it over with. So, we'll see. I think potentially Thursday could be the conclusion of Donkey Kong 64. We'll find out. Okay, guys? Now, as for Friday of this coming week, it's another special event. Yes, I know, that's back-to-back special events. It is the month-end Tips Fundraiser Marathon. All right? Tips Fundraiser specifically. All right? I have to call this out for many different reasons. First of all, I have to be very clear for what I'm doing here on Twitch, what it is, why I'm doing it. I have to be very transparent with everything and upfront so that I don't violate Twitch rules, okay? There's a marathon going on Friday, the 28th of February. That is this coming Friday. All right? What is it going to be? First of all, it's going to be me going back and playing games that you guys have wanted to see for a while and also doing my usual Friday routine. So, it's going to be Metal Gear Solid 1. All right, the original PS1 version. I'm going to play that for 2 to 3 hours. It's going to be Fortnite. I'm going to play that with all its updates and everything on PS4. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how long I'm playing that either. I guess it really depends on how long it entertains me. It might be 5 minutes. It might be hours. Who knows? Okay. And some Throwback Street Fighter, which is my usual routine for Fridays, which you guys really love when I play the Throwback Street Fighter stuff. And I wouldn't want that to go away just because I'm doing a marathon. I think it actually fits into the marathon setting quite well. Okay? So, that's the deal. 3 games. 2 of them, you guys have requested for me to play for a while. 1 of them is something I do every week and you guys really enjoy. All right? So that's going to be much like tomorrow's stream, where it's a marathon setting. I start in the morning. I play all day long. And I basically take a couple breaks here or there. But for the most part, it's going to be me playing all day long. All right? Now, what's the deal with this? Why is there a Tips fundraiser? What's going on? All right, very upfront and matter of fact and honest with all of my viewers, like I like to be. This year, financially, everything's really bad. I have filed for bankruptcy, and, I'm definitely in the midst of that process right now. But because I did so, my tax attorney / accountant, whatever you want to call them, they've requested that I have to prepay in order to have my taxes done this year. First of all, why do I need an accountant to do my taxes? Because I'm self-employed, I own my own business, and it's very complicated. If I tried to do them myself, number one, I would undoubtedly screw them up, and number two, I'd probably screw myself over when it comes to actual taxes and tax write-offs and everything. You got to pay a professional to do it when you have your own business, okay? And it's expensive, all right? As in more than $1,000 to do this every year. Okay, I know, very fucking expensive. So that being said, this year he's making me prepay to do my taxes. He basically says, since you're in bankruptcy, I got to make sure I get paid. Therefore, you have to prepay to do your taxes. That's great, but where's the money supposed to come from? I didn't know this was going to happen. Already the past couple of months, I've had to dump so much extra money into things, and now this comes out of nowhere. Usually, I'd be able to finance out my, taxes, but I just don't have any credit anymore to do it, Oh, I don't have a credit card to put this on anymore. So, I need to pay for it up front. So this Tips fundraiser, very matter-of-factly, is to raise tips to pay my tax guy so he'll do my taxes for me this year. Okay? It's 100% where the money's going. That's what we're doing. Okay? So, this marathon, since I'm doing things you guys have wanted to see for years and years, I'm hoping this will bring out people to be supportive, and, it'll bring in the viewers, and hopefully we'll raise a good amount of funds to put towards this, because I need to raise it by March 1st. He actually told me, I want you to pay by March 1st, and then get me all your info, and I'll start working on your taxes. So, essentially, I have tomorrow's marathon, which is the retrospective, and then I have Friday's marathon, which is the Tips fundraiser, in order to raise enough funds to actually get my taxes done this year, okay? That's the goal. That's what I'm hoping happens, and I hope that everything goes well, all right? So, 2 special events coming up this week. Now, after the special events are over, I have to make a decision. I have to decide, do I want to play the Mega Man 0/ZX collection that's coming out this week, in which case I'll probably just play one of the games now, maybe save the other games for the future, or do I want to play this new horror game called Infliction? All right, they're both coming out this week, and I'm not going to play them immediately just for the sole reason that I want to wait and see how people say these games are. Is the collection going to be a good port? Is it going to be fun to play? Or is it going to be kind of shoddy with glitches and bugs because they're porting it from handhelds to full-on mainstream consoles? Will Infliction be a good horror game, or will it actually be a dud that's not scary and just another walking simulator, right? I want to find this out before I dump any money on a new game this week, okay? So I've got a wait-and-see attitude. I got Wednesday and Thursday, I got regularly scheduled games, and then Friday is the Special Tips fundraising marathon. But once all that's done, then I can determine, do we want to start a new game this weekend? Because then, Saturday, Sunday, I can start a new game. But let's see what happens with all of this, okay? And go from there. All right, let's see. Let's see how everything goes and go from there. So, what I would ask of you guys, my viewers, this week, take a look at these games. Infliction or this Mega Man Zero ZX collection. Let me know, out of those games, which are you more interested in seeing me play? And one of them is going to become a playthrough, coming up in the next week. Fair enough? All right, now in early March, we got a lot of stuff going on. The first week of March, we got a new game called Grand Blue Fantasy that I'll be playing. It's a new fighting game. I believe it's from Arc Systems, the makers of Guilty Gear. But from what I understand, it doesn't play like Guilty Gear. It plays more like an old-school fighter, which is right up my alley because even though I definitely respect Guilty Gear and I definitely respect the players who play it, damn is that a hard game to get into. I even tried like 15 years ago when Guilty Gear was just starting to get popular. I tried to play it, and it's so overly complicated. It's got crazy combo systems. It's got moves that knock you out of moves and cancel into other moves, and certain perfectly timed parries and perfectly timed button pushes, and it's very complicated. Okay, it is. It's very, very complicated. And I never got into it. I had friends who did. I had friends who were really heavily into Guilty Gear, but I never got into it. So for me, what I would say is I'm interested in this game for a couple reasons. Number one, I've actually heard it has a really good story mode. And number two, I've heard that obviously it's a fighting game. People are going to get competitive online with it and stuff. So I'm excited for this. I'm going to check this out first week of March. Also in March, we've got Neo 2. In March, we've got Doom Eternal. In March, we've got Animal Crossing New Horizons, which I'm very excited for because I've never played an Animal Crossing game before. So we got a lot of stuff going on in March coming up. It's going to be a good month for a mix of new releases and, of course, my ongoing playthroughs like Mass Effect 2. Okay? So good stuff. A good month coming up. I hope you guys are excited for it. All right? I'm feeling positive and great about it. I hope you guys are too. All right. Okay, guys. Very good, very good. Let's now. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover before we move on to the next segment. I'm trying to think, man, is there anything to discuss right now? By the way, you may be hearing some random noises outside. Like, what the hell's that noise? That's outside my my house. I don't know what's going on. I guess someone in the neighborhood is doing some kind of like I don't know if it's like home repair or something. So I don't know what's going on out there. It's not me, but I need to have my window open in my office, so there's no way I could stop the noise. All right, I apologize in advance if it's jarring to you or whatever that you're hearing these random noises. Okay. Okay. So let's get on to the next segment of the pre-stream, everyone. I want to say thank you for over 11 years that I have been able to be a content creator on the internet and that you guys have been very supportive. All right. I am incredibly grateful for the fact that today people still come back to hang out with me on a daily basis. That people, care about my opinions on video games. That people want to hang out with me on stream every day. It's a really awesome thing. Okay. And I very much appreciate any attention, any viewership, any support that you guys lend or throw my way. Okay. It certainly has been a rocky road. There's been ups and downs. And, used to be a full-time YouTuber. Now I'm a full-time streamer. That means that primarily I rely on your crowdfunding contributions during these streams to keep stuff going and make ends meet. So, if you guys enjoy the fact that I'm here 6 days a week full-time, live streaming for you, okay? If you guys enjoy the fact that I still upload all of my archived streams over on DSPGaming on YouTube, despite the fact that I pretty much get nothing out of it because the ad revenue is almost completely dried up over there. And if you want to see me continue to be successful and to keep up everything that I'm doing, what I would ask is that you please support me in one of the following ways that I'm about to describe here on the stream, all right? But before we even get there, one thing that I feel that I must say up front, because I want this to be perfectly clear to everyone who watches me out there. Contributions are greatly appreciated. They keep stuff going, but they're not mandatory, nor are they expected. All right? My streams are free, 100% free to watch here on Twitch. I'm happy to have anyone come by and hang out with me on a daily basis and just have fun. That's what it's all about. I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever monetized them. I would continue to live stream in some capacity, albeit a limited capacity, as long as I could, if I couldn't monetize it. Because I love this. I love hanging out with you guys. I love the fun we have on stream, the interactions. It's fun as hell, really. This is so much better than what I used to do on YouTube where it was kind of isolated. I love the interactions that we have on a daily basis, guys. So, thank you for that very much. And if you at all can, please consider contributing via one of the following methods. But know that if you can't contribute, it's fine. No one is pressuring you. And no one should feel like the odd man out because they couldn't contribute. Okay? So first of all, I have a Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your monthly pledges to that Patreon campaign earn you personal perks as a way of me saying thank you. There's 1 week left in the month for you to pledge and then get your perks in early March, so please consider it. And thanks to anyone who actually already contributes to my Patreon. That is appreciated as well. I'm not going to go into any further details simply because it's all outlined over there on my Patreon page, so give it a look, okay? I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of merchandise. It's particularly t-shirts. But outside of that, there's some more stuff there like sweatshirts and stickers and mugs, etc. Good quality stuff I can attest to because I own a bunch of it myself. And in the 2+ years that I've owned some of this stuff, it really hasn't faded or worn out. It's really good quality stuff, okay? Now, if you buy something from there, it helps me out and you get a cool quality collectible. So basically, it helps everybody out. So give it a look. Thanks in advance to anyone who considers getting something from that Teespring store, okay? If you're here live on the stream, it may sound like a no-brainer, but you probably want to contribute in a method by which it's going to get you some recognition, right? Maybe a shout-out on the stream and some interactivity with me as a way of saying thanks very much for your contributions, right? So, if you either cheer with bits, or you subscribe to my channel, or you tip me, if you do any of those three things, I'm going to give you a live shout-out on the stream as long as it's in accordance with the things that we allow on the stream. Meaning you have to abide by the stream rules. You have to make sure that it's not something insulting. And, of course, something that's not derailing to the stream. I'm not going to just read every single thing if it's deemed, going to derail my stream completely and stuff like that. Some people don't get it and they post up paragraphs. But, in general, most people get the gist of it. And it's a really good time on stream here. Okay? Now, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see a Stream Stats leaderboard. I update this periodically to give credit to those who are the top tipper or top cheerer of the day, okay? In addition, there's another leaderboard that's integrated in Twitch itself. This tracks the top cheerers of the week. So, many different ways to get recognition here on the streams, guys, for sure. And I certainly hope that you will consider contributing in one of them, again, if, you want to support the stream. Now, what is the best way to support me right now? I've already mentioned this. I'll mention it again. It's tipping. Tipping helps me more than anything because right now I'm trying to raise funds to pay my tax guy by the end of the month. So I need to raise a certain amount. The more tips I get, the better. So please consider tipping me today if at all you can. Tipping will help more than anything else. All right? Not saying the other methods of contribution aren't great and that they don't help. They absolutely do. But there's a little bit of a lead time or a delay before I get any positive benefit from the other methods, while tipping, it's immediate, which means I can put those funds towards this tax issue by the end of this month, and it's going to help out tremendously, okay? So please consider tipping me. There's two ways to tip. If you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat to bring up the link. Both of these will take you to my PayPal tips page. All right, on that page, you should see the option to tip either with a registered PayPal account or with a debit or credit card. You do not need a registered PayPal account to tip me. However, if you don't see the option to do so, to tip without the account that is, You're going to have to log into the full-on desktop version of the site, because apparently sometimes it only shows up on that version. So FYI, if you're on a mobile device and you're trying to tip me and you're like, oh man, why does it say I need a PayPal account? That's why you need to load the full desktop version of the site. Okay? Cool? Good stuff? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking out for you guys. I want you to be safe. I want you to not accidentally do something that could cause you harm. And so, I always do a PSA on my pre-streams now talking about protecting your own identity and your personal information, all right? In the modern day, we really don't realize how much information of ours we have out on the internet live. We really don't, right? When you really think about it. Just think about all of your information that's out there right now. On social media in particular, like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. You probably have tons of personal info out there. Your friends, your family, right? Where you work, where you hang out, your favorite restaurant. All that stuff is personal information that forms a profile about you that can be used against you. And you may say, well, why do I care? I'm just an average person on the internet. Why would anyone come after me for anything? You know what? I used to kind of be that same mentality. But guess what? There are people out there who will hurt you just because they can. Literally, just because they can anonymously reach out across the internet and hurt someone and know that they did it, they'll do it. It may not give them any personal benefit. It may not have any logic behind it. They're just that malicious. Okay? So the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I know that for a fact that there are people who come to my streams and they contribute, but they may not realize that the information they're putting out there may actually be detrimental to themselves. All right? So for example, if you're going to tip me today, I strongly recommend you tip me anonymously. Don't use your real name, and certainly don't use a name to something that's close or the same as one of your social media accounts, because God forbid that someone immediately decide, oh, someone contributed, that's it, aha, here's a new target, let me go after them and get that information and harass that person online, right? I don't want that to happen to any of my viewers. I don't. So if you're going to tip me today, tip me anonymously. That's an option. You say anonymous, or you could make up a name and completely have nothing to do with your real life, identity at all. Just make something up, fabricate it, and that way no one can tie that to you. Okay, guys, I'm looking out for you. I want to make sure that my viewers are protected. Please use your due diligence and make sure that you don't put too much of yourself out there on the internet, guys. Okay? Fair enough? All right. No, I do not take Bitcoin. Kanye Glover in the cut. I'm sorry. I do not accept Bitcoin. Only PayPal tips. That's it. Okay, guys. So now, what I'd like to do is talk about the rules of the stream. All right? First of all, I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of Twitch.tv, since that's the business that I live stream on. So please understand, I can't just say and do whatever I want on my stream. I do have to be in line with what they require. Okay? Now, in addition to that, I have my own mentality when it comes to my live streams, my own idea of what I like to do and how kind of a vibe that I like to maintain on my streams. I hope that you guys understand that and allow me to explain. I want it to be so that when you come by my streams, you can escape all the stresses, all the nonsense, all that crap that bothers you in your real life. When you come to my streams, I want this to be an escape. I want this to be a place where, oh man, I don't have to worry about all that toxicity and all that stress and nonsense. I can just hang out with Phil, see him play some fun games, hear his honest reactions to those games, maybe hang out with some of the stream viewers, and just in general have a safe and good time, right? I call it a chill vibe. That's what I want on my streams, a chill vibe, a place where you can just hang out with everybody, all right? That means that we try to avoid unnecessary drama. We try to avoid conflict. We try to avoid anything that's going to make this a nasty, toxic place. And I feel that there's two sets of rules, okay, that we can abide by. Two sets of rules that we can abide by that basically make this a better place. The first is that we don't bring up politics or religion as topics of discussion. Even though other streamers very well may, I find that these topics are incredibly, how can I say, they cause arguments. They cause controversy. They cause people to basically disagree with each other in a big way. And in my opinion, they derail a gameplay stream such as mine. I don't know why on earth we'd be talking about these issues. I mean, are they a part of our daily lives? Yes. Do you want to come into a gameplay stream and see everyone arguing about American politics or, you know what I mean? Probably not. you probably hear enough about that in your real life that you don't want to come to a gameplay stream and have to be, bogged down by that. Okay? Fair enough? So, let's not do it. Now, here's the thing, though. If I am playing a game, and that game has political or religious plot lines or overtones, or if it's part of the context of what we're doing on the stream, that's completely different. Then let's talk about it. Let's address it. Let's have fun with it. Let's roll with it and talk about it in context of the game. But please, no derailment of my stream. People are just going to get into nasty arguments with each other, and I don't want that. Okay? Now, in addition, I am well aware that there are tons of people who are out there on the internet, and they are 100% doing everything they can to basically insult me, bully me, defame me, slander me, and not only me, but my family as well, just harassing the crap out of me, okay? Why do they do it? Who knows? There's various reasons. Some of them definitely do it for personal gain because they monetize the crap and toxic stuff that they put out there. It is what it is. This has been a constant in my life for nearly a decade. I'm aware it will probably go on forever. There's nothing I can do about it. So, please understand, we know that is going on. Everyone knows that's going on. But to bring that up on my stream is derailing. We don't need to talk about that on a positive gameplay stream. There's nothing we can do about it, right? I don't need to know who's currently restreaming me and stealing my content. I don't need to know the latest insulting meme or detractor nonsense that they're saying. Nobody gives a shit here. We're here to have fun. So please understand, it's against the rules to bring that stuff up. To do so warrants a ban. We don't want people doing that, and I don't want anyone innocent coming in here, not understanding the rules, start talking about one of those things, and next thing you know, they're gone, all right? So please get that. It's against the rules. Don't bring it up. We don't talk about it outside of this little mentioning on the pre-stream, so you guys know the rules. That's it. Fair enough? Okay. All right, guys. Let's now move on and get to the third and final segment of pre-stream, the shout-outs. This is where I say thanks to everyone who has contributed. We start updating the leaderboards. Oh, my neck. Oh, man. I just cracked my neck. I moved to the side and went crack. Like, oh, man. So anyway, let's get some fun discussion started. We actually start off with my secret boy toy, who subscribed for 3 months overnight. He says, 3 months of being your sub? It's been heavenly. You sexy stud muffin. Have you seen my leather assless chaps by chance? I seem to have misplaced them. Well, there you go. Thanks for the 3 months of support. I have not seen your assless chaps. I know where mine are, but I don't know where yours are. Okay? Sorry about that. Okay. Retro Jim got the cheering started today with the 50-bit cheers. He says, can Phil conquer the Kong? Good question. We'll find out. I really doubt there's any way we're beating it today. It was interesting because someone I think it was like a quote from someone talking about Donkey Kong 64, and they put it into the stream chat earlier, and they basically said the problem with Donkey Kong 64 is that it's a collection quest, and not that that's bad, because you look at other games like Banjo-Kazooie, and that's not so bad. The problem with Donkey Kong 64 is that there's 5 different characters, and only each one can collect a certain color of item. So essentially, you're forced to play every single world 5 times over with each Kong. That's absolutely correct. Like, basically, by the end of the game, even though there's only 7 worlds, you've played 35 worlds. It's true. It's frustrating as hell when you have to do the same repetitive shit, or go through the same repetitive area with one of the other Kongs, because that's the way they built the game. Now, we know why they did that. They wanted to elongate the game and make it basically the biggest bang for your buck when it came to quantity of gameplay. Did it equate to quality of gameplay? But if you were a kid back then, and you could only get a game every once in a while, you probably enjoyed that, knowing the fact that the game was so long and that you could get as much content out of it as you did, right? So I can see both sides of the fence on this issue. For me, I'm somewhere in the middle, because I would say when the game is flowing well, when you're having fun with it, and when you, oh man, I know exactly what to do in this situation with this Kong. This is neat because it's a unique Kong ability that now I can use to get an extra banana or get this item or whatever. It's fun. But then, when you realize, oh man, I gotta switch characters, it's freaking frustrating. And of course, one of the major gripes for me is that the mini games themselves, a lot of them are very bad, or they were designed for the N64 itself with zero input delay. Today we're playing the game emulated on the Wii U with a wireless controller, both of which add input delay. So I'm trying to do a mini game where I shoot bananas, and there's absolutely no way to do it. You actually have to abuse save states in order to actually just beat the stupid mini game, because the game was designed for something you're not playing it on, a situation you can't emulate in 2020. So there's definitely a lot of frustration to this game. All right. Fair enough? Okay. All right, guys. So, there you go. Let's continue. Pod Racer Will, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, Pod Racer Will, for the sub. I appreciate that. And Rubador, resubscribe for 26 months overnight. Thank you, Rubador. 26 months of support. That's amazing. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. He says, back for more Wonky Camera Kong. Good luck. Yes, Wonky Camera Kong is right. Again, one of the major criticisms I had about this game, much like a lot of the 3D platformers of the time, the camera has a lot of issues. I've gotten that camera stuck in walls, behind walls, can't rotate it, even though you have a button that's supposed to rotate the camera. It doesn't work. You mash it 100 times, it doesn't move properly. You know, definitely the game leaves something to be desired or improvement, right? What's actually funny is, some people have called for a modern remaster of this game. By complete chance, by the way. I saw this in my social media feed the other day. Someone did a mock-up. They were like, here's what the game would look like if they modernized it on, like, modern graphics or whatever. And I was like, you know, it's true enough. The game hasn't been remastered. Look at a game like Mario 64. That game's been remastered, like, a bunch of times, you know, for various different versions on handhelds and the like. But this game did not get remastered. But for me, like, I seriously don't think they should remaster it unless they're actually going to go into the code and fix stuff. You know what I mean? Like, the game is so outdated that I feel the only thing that would warrant a remaster at this point would be if they were going to put effort into going back and fixing things like the camera. See what I mean? If they weren't going to do that, I don't think they should remaster it at all. Just don't bother. It's too frustrating of a game. Like, people are going to buy this and say, oh, everyone says this is a classic. And they're going to rip their fucking hair out of their head. Be like, wow, I can't control it. I can't see shit. You know, it's, you know, they got it. They'd have to improve it, in my opinion. No lock-on system. That's pretty crazy. There's zero lock-on in this game. So that way you can't target who you want to hit, and you always end up missing and going off ledges and shit. The camera getting stuck in stuff because the camera can't pass through walls. It's rough, man. So that would be my take, is if you're going to remaster it, you've got to fix it. But let's face it, how many remasters have we played where that's not the case? All they do is they just, like, do a little bit glossing over of the graphics to make them more modern, and that's it. Everything else is the original game. So, I don't know. That's my take anyway. Thank you, Rubador, for the 26-month resub. An anonymous $5 tipper. Thank you very much to the anonymous $5 tipper, by the way. Getting the tipping started today. Said something interesting. Let me go ahead and update the leaderboard, and then we'll read it out. Hold on. Okay. So the anonymous $5 tipper says, at this point, you might as well 101% the game. You're on pace to have all the collectibles you need, which includes all the golden bananas, banana fairies, banana medals, and battle pads. So let's think about this. First of all, golden bananas. I think up to this point in the game, there's the banana that I need to race the rabbit for. And I think there's one other banana that I missed. I think it was in the factory level. I think. I could not find it. I had no idea where the hell this banana was. So if someone could help me with that, I think at this point I've got all the bananas. Obviously, we got the final world. And then we got the other bananas that might still be hidden in the hub world, you know, the main area. But you're right. I may be able to get all the golden bananas. Banana fairies. I don't know how many I've gotten up to now. I certainly did my best to take the pictures of all of them. that doesn't mean that I got them all. I guess what we'd have to do is take a look at the running tally of banana fairies in each world. I don't know how many I've gotten. Banana medals. I'm almost certain I got the banana medal in every single world so far, because I almost maxed out on bananas in every single world so far. World 7, I'm not 100%, but I think you actually have to max out on all the bananas completely in order to fight the World 7 boss. I could be wrong. But I definitely got all the banana medals that were available to me so far. So there you go. Battle pads, I think what you mean by that are I call them the, what do I call them? Like the Kremlin or the K-Rule combat challenges. I think that's what you mean, the crowns. Yeah, I would say the things that I haven't 100%ed, I'm sure I didn't do this. I haven't found every banana. I'm hoping you don't need to find every single banana, but I haven't found every banana. I haven't found all the intel yet, but I'm very close. I have one piece of intel that's somewhere out in the open world, the main hub area, and then we got the Intel World 7, but I think I'm on pace to get all those. Okay? So, yeah, I might, okay? I might be able to 101% the game. The thing is, I don't know if there's going to be a few obscure things that I've completely missed out on, and I'm definitely going to need help finding them, because I'm not going to be able to legitimately find stuff from, like, older worlds that I don't know where the hell they are right now, you know? So if someone wants to help me with that, I'm all for it, especially for stuff that I've missed in older worlds. I definitely, you know, would appreciate help. If you guys want to see me try to 101% the game or whatever, I don't know what the difference is by 101%ing it, okay? But a lot of people have actually asked me, they said, Phil, if you don't like the game, then why are you trying to get every item? First of all, I'm actually not, but the truth of the matter is, what is the core focus of Donkey Kong 64? Is it the epic boss fights and the plot? No, it's the collection, right? Doing all the different mini games, the collection aspect of the game. So, if I rush through the game and I don't do the collection aspect, then what was the point of even playing it? And the answer is, there was none. So, the fact that this is a viewer's choice playthrough, I felt that I wanted to provide the most entertaining playthrough to those who wanted to see me play it. And I figured doing all of that collection was the best way to do it. I didn't want to do a half-assed playthrough where it seemed like I was rushing through it, only doing the bare minimum to rush to the end and finish it up. You know, definitely a different attitude than the old school me, where it was always like, rush through as quickly as possible, no matter what game I'm playing, whether it's an old game or a new release, because I got to get to the next new project, the next new game to get views on YouTube. That's what it always used to be about. It's not about that anymore, okay? It's a very different thing now, that I know that I can play a variety of games for an audience on a stream, and you guys are supportive to kind of no matter what I do. That's really awesome to know that. So I could take a game like this that you guys want a viewer's choice, and I can focus in on doing a great playthrough for you guys, right? Instead of being all about rush, finish, get to the next big hype project. And I hope that some people appreciate that, because I very much told you I've been suffering through this, and I don't really like the game that much, and I definitely could have rushed through it and finished it, you know, last week if I wanted to. And I purposely didn't do that to put out something fun for you guys, okay? Crapcock did 100-bit cheers, and best of luck with this bastard of a game today, Phil. Thank you, Crapcock. I do appreciate that. Okay. So great. Thank you, Crabcock, for the 100-bit cheer. Let me update the leaderboard here. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Crabcock, 100-bit cheer. Thank you. Mr. Pampavero, what's going on, sir? He just did a 50-bit cheer. He says, speaking of special collection runs for Donkey Kong 64, when you start Metal Gear Solid 1, do you have anything in mind, or would you take ideas for some kind of special run while you play MGS 1 that you haven't tried before? No, and here's why. This is the truth. I've only played it once. I've only played Metal Gear Solid once. When it was a new game, back in the day on PS1, I got it for Christmas, and I played it for about an hour and a half, and I hated it. I didn't like it. You know, back then when I was younger, I'm not to say that I'm good at sneaking games now. I'm definitely not. They're basically my glaring weakness at this point. But this game was not my forte. It was not what I was looking for. I'd heard that it was great via a bunch of people hyping it up. I played it and I did not like it at all, and I stopped playing it and basically never did anything with it. All right, so I missed out on all these classic moments and everything. All these classic moments and everything that happened during that era of gaming. I never got into the Metal Gear Solid franchise at all. Then, many years ago, as you guys know, I played Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 in a remastered collection. And when I played those, I played them like shit. My shtick back then was to constantly make fun of whatever game I was playing, to insult the game developers and basically be an obnoxious idiot. But that was the point. I was supposed to be the Joe Average gamer. I didn't know much about the games I was playing. I was just dicking around, not taking them seriously. I would have irreverent comments about no matter what I played. But because it was Kojima who I was insulting, people went absolutely apeshit and started making these elaborately ridiculous videos about how bad I was at Metal Gear. And the rest is history. The whole "this is how you don't play" movement that basically, made fun of me and said I was a bad gamer and blah, 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 right? Now, after playing those, people always clamored for me to play Metal Gear Solid 1. Eventually, I did. Now, I don't remember when I actually played it. I know it was definitely, I was doing direct capture at that point, I believe. Maybe I wasn't, but I swear I was doing direct capture at that point. I did a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 1, and people thought it was hilarious because apparently I sucked ass at it. I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember at all. I really don't remember the game. So, playing it again is going to be pretty interesting because I really don't remember it at all. Like, I have absolutely no recollection of it. So the truth of the matter is, replaying this game, you may say, oh, Phil's already played it once, so he should do a special run. I'm probably not going to remember anything about it. I don't remember my run from years ago. I think what I'd like to do is just jump into it honestly and see how much I can remember and see how I do. This is years and years later where I played many, many, many more games under my belt, many stealth games. I've replayed Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 again. I played 4, I played 5. Now maybe I'll do a little bit better. Who knows, right? So we'll see. Let's see how it goes. I swear it was like 5, 6, 7 years ago when I played Metal Gear Solid, but I could be wrong, but I swear it was like a really long time ago. Because I believe it was 2011, I want to say, when I played Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Or it could have been 2012, but it might have been 2011. And then Metal Gear Solid 1 would have come within the next year. So it's a long time coming for me to replay this game, okay? So I appreciate your suggestion, Papa Vera, but I don't think I'm going to be doing anything crazy. I think I'm just going to stick to a normal playthrough and see how it goes. And keep in mind, this is just for the marathon event. I am not, and I should repeat myself here, I am not committing to a full playthrough of Metal Gear Solid. I never did. I'm playing it for a few hours during this marathon event. We'll see how it goes. If people want to see this continue at a future date, I probably will. But I'm not guaranteeing that whatsoever. And this is not a playthrough that's starting up and is going to become part of my main playthroughs immediately. Alright? I'm just saying that up front so that people don't get a misconception that this is going to be a playthrough that I'm immediately going to be doing and continuing on my channels or whatever. That's very much not the case. I don't want anyone yelling at me on Saturday, where's Metal Gear Solid? Why isn't it continuing? That wasn't the plan. Okay? Just throwing that out there. Okay? Good stuff. All right. Let's get to shouting out for those who have cheered and gifted subscriptions this week. Okay? Thank you to the top 10 cheerers of the week so far. In 10th place, we've got Ripley Atomic, and he's actually tied with Tamus Aruz. So technically, that's a tie for 9th. Then in 8th place, we've got Who's Yuri. In 7th place, we got Vivian James 313. 6th place, Infinite 55. 5th place, Akio Artorias. 4th place, Chunky Jack 301. 3rd place, Cholo Veterano OG. And he's actually tied with Sambuca 2020 for 2nd. So technically, that's a tie for 2nd, not a 3rd place. And then in 1st place, Shadow the Hedgehog. So thank you guys very much for all the cheering support today. That is much appreciated. Or excuse me, for this week, I should have said. That's not today. That's for this week. Thank you very much to everyone who cheered this week so far. That is appreciated. Thank you, thank you. As for sub-gifters, thank you to the following people. Yeah, 4335, Jax Bardicus, and Alfred Aponte all gifted a single sub today. Excuse me, this week. I keep saying today. I have to say this week. Raptor Balls has gifted 2 subs so far this week. And Cliffy Bureau came in and gifted 6 subscriptions so far this week, which is really awesome. Thank you guys for your support. All right. So final reminder, everybody, the best way to support me today is by tipping me, and I really need the help with tips for this whole tax situation going on this month. Please tip me today if you can. I appreciate that. All right. Anything else as well is much appreciated, but tipping helps me more than anything. Fair enough? All right. Let's take a brief break. I'm going to run and use the restroom. And we come back. It is time for Donkey Kong 64. I believe we've got an island we need to check out, a little island. There was an updated thing or something that appeared. And then we got to see where we can backtrack to get some bananas. And then we're heading on to World 7. Okay, guys? All right. Short break. Then I'll be back with Donkey Kong 64. See you in just a minute.